In a stunning escalation, Russia has unleashed a massive drone attack on Kiev, following which Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky told his allies that new decisions and pressures needed to be added on Moscow to bring this war to an end. Our next report tells you what is in store for the Russia-Ukraine conflict as the high-stakes talks in Saudi Arabia begin.
Ukraine is under siege. Explosions triggering raid sirens across the Ukrainian capital. Russia carried out a massive drone attack on Kiev, sparking fires in apartment buildings, forcing scores of people to evacuate. Ukraine says the attack killed at least 3 people, including a 5-year-old, leaving dozens injured. These are the images of burnt-out apartments after drone debris triggered a fire in a high-rise building. With no let-up in the Russian attacks, anxious Ukrainians say Russia can't be trusted.
If Ukraine do not agree to terms, Russia will continue terror. We know that they will use it as additional argument. They do not use words, they use arms.
The drone strike comes ahead of Russia and Ukraine setting a course for separate talks with the US on ending the 3-year-old conflict. President Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff is leading the US delegation for the high-stakes talks. Russia is sending its Senator Grigory Karasin and former Chief of Federal Security Service Sergei Beseda. Both are not part of traditional diplomatic decision-making institutions. Ukraine has deployed its Defense Minister Rustem Umerov and Deputy Head of President's Office Pavlo Palisa for the job. But Kremlin downplays Trump's expectations of a rapid resolution to the war. It says the talks are just beginning and difficult negotiations lay ahead. Russia says many outstanding questions and nuances need to be worked out for implementing a potential ceasefire. President Putin has rejected the US's proposal for a 30-day ceasefire, calling for a permanent one. Putin has repeatedly said that Ukraine should not be allowed into NATO, and NATO itself to shrink back to its old Cold War era size. Russia says its key focus in its talks with the US will be discussing a possible resumption of a 2022 Black Sea grain deal that ensured safe navigation for Ukrainian agricultural exports in the Black Sea. The US believes the status of Crimea and the 4 mainland Ukrainian regions occupied by Russia, that are Donetsk, Lugansk, Zaporizhia, Kherson, are the proverbial elephant in the room. Moreover, it also doubts if Ukraine will cede its territory. President Zelensky and its European allies have questioned Putin's intentions. They feel more than anything, Putin wants to play a starring role in a new global order. As Trump pushes for a rapid end to the war, the question arises, how far will he go with potential concessions to keep his bonhomie with Putin intact? Bureau Report, WION World is One.